Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I have for you a plan with me for the week of September 9th through the 15th. And this week I am using the Autumn Morning kit from, I'm not entirely sure if it's pronounced Laven or Laven Forest, but I found this shop on Etsy when I was kind of searching for fall photo kits and found this. I will say I'm not a big fan of either the paper or maybe the printing method that the shop uses because the ink does flake off the pages. I'll show you in an example here in a little bit once we get going. But I did try to move one of my boxes and I didn't do it with undo, but quite a bit of the ink did fall off. So I'm not entirely sure what that is. But other than that, everything is gorgeous. I would maybe like the photos to be a little brighter, but they also give me the kind of like dark, gloomy, cozy fall feels, so it's perfectly fine. This week I am going to pair in rose gold foil, and I'm pretty much doing that for most of my autumn kits because I really like rose gold foil. I think, honestly, this is completely off tangent to what I'm doing, but we'll get to the plan soon. If I were to rank foil, I think I would go silver, then rose gold, and then gold. But the gold would have to be a champagne gold because I don't like hot gold. So there's just a little fun fact in case you were ever curious as to what my favorite foils were. But I really do like the warmth, but also the kind of cool tones that the rose gold foil that I've pulled in does bring to this kit. So I first started with the first half of the week, or the bulk of the week, I guess, by laying down the full boxes. I kind of tried to mix the more like leaf heavy pictures that are a little darker with two of the brighter pictures, just to kind of bring some of that brightness back in. And I already put down the weekly full box checklist, which you'll see in a little bit or towards the end, that I tried to replace it with a heart checklist box because I had changed my mind as to what I was going to do with this. And then the bottom left hand corner of it, the ink did flake a little bit. But for right now, I am going through and putting down rose gold foiled date squares that I actually made myself on my own silhouette onto the date covers. And I was going to start with putting down my date covers first, but I feel like whenever I do that, it ends up getting a bit crooked, so I'm just kind of deciding what headers I want to go with, and I did opt for the to-do headers. And with these, it's where I kind of realized that the ink was flaking off the paper. But these are a nice kind of deep burnt orange color, and I just love it. I love the colors of the fall. Apologies for that, I just smacked my desk. Yeah, I have a hard time deciding whether fall or spring is my favorite month. This is just another random tidbit about me, just in case you were wondering. I love the colors of the fall, and I love when we get out of the heat of summer and into the more rainy, crisp days. And like I said, I just love when the leaves change color and all that, and the grass turns back to green. But I also love spring because of the new flowers. And everything's kind of waking up from the winter, so I haven't decided yet which one is my favorite season. It used to be fall for sure, and then I've kind of changed my mind to summer. And I've also been getting a bit lazy with my plan with me's. I haven't been pulling out my inserts like I used to. So for Wednesday, it makes it just a little bit tricky with the elastic being in the middle. So I kind of have to pull my inserts. Apologies, I always get so yawny when I talk so much, but I do have to separate my inserts just a little bit to get it a tad bit more flat for Wednesdays. So right now I'm heading back to my sidebar, and these kind of golden yellow glitter headers, that's what those are called, are leftovers I had from, I believe, Simply a Mess kit. They feel like they're removable mats, so I'm pretty sure that's where they're from. And then normally I use this checklist on the front here as a reading tracker, but hopefully I've attempted this like 2 or 3 times this year to start back up with PIO. So that's what I'm going to use it for, and I am going to write in what workouts I'm supposed to do each day of the week. I've been noticing lately that my hips have been hurting from sitting in a chair for so long. So I really want to get back into PIO just to stretch out my body some more, because I'm definitely feeling the wear and tear of a desk job creep up on me. And then I will end up replacing that rose gold foiled scalloped glitter header overlay for another one of these gold glitter headers, but that is from, pardon, just yawning again, that is from Rose Colored Days, and it's one of her header washi tapes that's perforated to be the size of a header. And I do pull those in here a little later over top of my boxes, because this kit only came with like script headers. It didn't come with any just regular glitter headers. So I was kind of playing around a little bit to see where I wanted this to sit, and I did decide to put them over the top of the full boxes. That way I didn't waste too much space. Oh, and my habit trackers for the sidebar, which I'm probably going to have to change up here and figure out how else to fill that space, are for watering flowers and walking the pups. Being as I live in the wonderful state of Washington in the Great Pacific Northwest, I'm not going to have to water my outside flowers much anymore, since we are transitioning into fall, and fall in the Pacific Northwest means rain. So we don't have to keep up with it too much. All right, so now moving into putting down my checklist. I did cut the checklist into 3 hearts, and I'm using the bottom section. That way I've got the little bit of the flag portion there. And then I'm just alternating between the, I think it's black, and the kind of brick color that's in the kit. Oh, and it looks like when I had that cut there, I did pull up the book icon that I was using and bring in an EXO yoga pose dude, which is from Creating & Co. And you could see there in the bottom left corner of that box where the paper had started to flake a bit. So now I'm using the labels within the kit. Apologies, just yawning again. As my birthday labels, and the rose gold foiled balloons are from Saucy Stickers Co. So the first one there is to mark that it's my cousin Eric's birthday. And then I have this kind of scarlet flag with rose gold foil in kind of this like wood pattern, which is from Clever Gal Crafts. And then the audiobook sticker there is from Creating & Co. just to mark that I get another Audible credit. And then this next label and balloon birthday combo is to mark that it is my violin teacher's birthday, which is quite fitting because I do have my lessons on Wednesdays. So I'll have to see if I can pick her up a cupcake or something like that. And then I skipped over the next two items for my Wednesday because I didn't want to keep marking everything the same way. So I was kind of waiting to look in my sticker stash at what I had for marking my violin lesson and student mentor call. I did end up pulling in two leftover labels from Simply a Mess, and the icons that I have there, or the functional stickers, the music notes, and the paperclip are from Sticky Sloth Designs. So I pulled in a quarter box, and this was a leftover planner. It's an Erin Condren planner, which I don't plan in, but I thought the colors were very fitting. I want to say it was from a Popco Stickers leftover I had, and that's just to mark that I am planning next week. And then I'm bringing in another one of those flags from Clever Gal Crafts. This one is a dark green though, and a stack of money from a Nikki Plans freebie from Rose Colored Days to mark that it is payday on Friday the 13th, which is fun. I didn't even realize that. And I'll have to check back in my stickers. I don't know if my holiday scripts, if I have one for Patriots Day, but that is Wednesday. So if I do have one, I will mark that. But I don't think it's very likely. And then I pulled in another one of the labels from the kit, and this kind of dark red maroony car from a Creating & Co. leftover to mark that it's a Maddie Boy weekend. I think we might go to the local high school to watch a football game, because Maddie Boy's never been to an actual like in-person football game, and I can't afford to take us to a Seahawks game. So I told him that we would just go to a high school football game and support my high school, which I think will be really cool for him because he really does love watching football. So I think it'll be a pretty neat experience for him. And then I just laid down the last two full boxes and a heart checklist box. This heart checklist box is going to be for tracking my reading for the week. So any books I start, and I can check them off if I finish them. I don't typically check it off though if I finish it, because I do use a weekly box. But it's fun to kind of look and see what books I started which week throughout the year. Now pulling in some more glitter for this second sidebar, just to kind of help fill up the space. And I accidentally cut all of the checklists in half, even though I was telling myself as I was cutting them, you gotta leave one full. It's just, you know, you get going and you don't stop in time. But I will use a full checklist. I'll just piece it together for the sidebar, and I pulled in the envelope functional sticker from the kit just to mark any happy mail I get throughout the week. I think the only like outstanding orders I have are a pre-order from Bloomsicle Paper Co. and a regular order from Bloomsicle Paper Co. just for some washi tapes. And I think Skylar just pulled in the driveway, so I apologize if my dogs bark, but they get really excited when their parents come home. And then I was debating whether or not to use the weekend banner. I've just come to the conclusion that weekend banners take up too much space and I don't like them. So I decided not to put this one in. But I do end up going through off camera and putting down these like full box corners that are rose gold foiled from Saucy Stickers Co. again, just to kind of round off the rest of the full boxes and add a bit more foil. But the last plan I have to mark is for Saturday, which is my friend and coworker Liana's birthday. And then on the notes page there, I am going to pull in some rose gold foil, Bloomsicle washi tape, and a panda bird design sticker and another sticker from the Nikki Plus 3 freebie. So this is what I have left, and I am going in with a Pilot G2 gel pen in gold, rose gold, and I will see you in the next video.